Oops, forgot to turn the camera on. But anyway, yeah, we're back. Bit later today, but we're back, and I'm doing it. And maybe I didn't just wake up, but oh well. But anyway, we're on to Matthew 25, the parable of 10 virgins. Okay, this is. I thought it'd be better than last week, but apparently not. Maybe it will be. Who knows? The kingdom of heaven will be like 10 virgins who took their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish, and 5 were wise. For when the foolish took their lamps, they took no oil with them. But the wife took flasks of oil. But the wise took flasks of oil with their lamps. As the bridegroom was delayed, they became drowsy and slept. But at midnight there was a cry, "Here is the bridegroom! Come out to meet them!" And when all virgins rose and trimmed their lamps, the foolish said to the wise, "Give us some of your oil, our lamps are going out." But the wise answered, "Since there will be not enough for us and for you, rather go to the dealers and buy for yourselves." And when they were going to buy, the bridegroom came, and those who were ready went in with him to the marriage feast, and the door was shut. Afterwards the other virgins came also, saying, "Lord, Lord, open to us." But he answered, "Truly I say to you, I do not know you. Watch therefore that you know neither the day, for you know neither the day nor the hour." Okay, so I suppose it's like some more parables beyond that stuff. It's just keep being good and decent and kind and obeying the Lord with all your heart, mind, and soul, and love your neighbor as your enemy. Wait, what? No, love your neighbor as yourself, and also love your enemy, and just try to be the perfect person at all times. Keep filling up your cup. Keep going to church. Keep doing that. That's basically what it's saying. For it be like a man going on a journey, who called his servants and trusted them his property. To one he gave 5 talents, to another he gave 2, to another he 1, each according to his ability. When he went away, he who received 5 talents went at once and traded them, and he made 5 talents more. He also had the 2. So also he who had the 2 talents made 2 talents more. But he who had received 1 talent went dug in the ground and hid his master's money. Now after a long time, the master whose servants came to him and received 5 talents came forward, bringing 5 talents more, saying, "Master, you delivered me 5 talents. Here I have made 5 talents more." The master said to him, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over little. I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master." Also he who had 2 talents came forward, saying, "Master, you delivered me 2 talents. Here I have made 2 talents more." His master said, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over little. I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master." He who received 1 talent came to the Lord, saying, "Master, I knew you to be a hard man, reaping what you did not sow, and gathering where you scattered no seed. So I was afraid, and I went and hid your talent in the ground. Here is what is yours." But his master answered, "You wicked and slothful servant. You know that I reap where I have not grown, and gather where I have scattered no seed. Then you ought to have invested my money with bankers, and that my coming I should have received my own with interest. So take the talent from him and give it to him who has 10 talents. For to everyone who has will more will more be given, and he will have abundance. But from one who has not, even what he has will be taken away. And cast the worthless servant into the outer darkness. In the place there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So I think weeping and gnashing of teeth is basically a reference to hell. That's the other thing. So interesting way of describing hell. I think it's cool. Much better than fire and brimstone. Because fire and it's like if it was a dark fire, maybe. But fire always gives off light. But this is no. It's just a place of destruction and sorrow and pain and loss. And that's conveyed a lot more in this. Basically it's God has given you gifts. Use them, abundance them, grow more gifts, and you will be better off than someone who does not use their gifts and does not do it there. And it was it's just trying in general. Also, you don't need to bury in the ground. Banks exist. You could have just put it in a bank. You didn't understand what you were supposed to do? You should have done this. And I was like, some people are given more gifts, some people are given less gifts. And I was like, also like the idea that it's like, oh, basically that. And it's like, there are some gifts that you might not know, but you will try and do things with the other gifts. And that's fine, as long as you try and do stuff with the gifts and pray over them and grow them and strengthen them and use them to praise the Lord, everything will be fine. Also, I suppose the other thing is, like, you were given those gifts. It's like, it's not like it's not what he has reaped and sowed. It's more like you are doing his will through him, is a better way of putting it. It's not that he's not reaping what he has not sown. He is sowing it in you. Do not fall for the faulty of the fight of the one with man, the man with one talent. Like, not in the sense, like, you can have one talent and totally, like, get into heaven God. You just need to actually use your talent. The weird thing is that talent actually means coins in this, and it's really weird because in modern translations, it directly matches a word that really fits this passage. Like, that's kind of cool. The final judgment. When the Son of Man comes in his glory, and all the angels with him, and he will sit on his glorious throne, before him he will be gathered all the nations, and he will separate people one from another, as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. And he will place the sheep on his right, but the goats on his left. And when the king will say to those on his right, "Come, you who are blessed by my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you out from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me." And the righteous will answer him, saying, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you drink? And when did we see a stranger and welcomed you, or naked and clothed you? When did we see you sick or in prison and visit you?" And the king will answer him, "Truly I say to you, as you did it to one of the least of my brothers, you did it for me." And then he will say to those from his left, "Depart from me, you cursed into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungry, and you gave me no food. I was thirsty, and you gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and you did not welcome me. Naked, and you did not clothe me. Sick and in prison, and you did not visit me." And then they will also answer, "Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty, or a stranger, or naked or sick, or in prison, but did not minister to you?" He answered them, "Truly I say to you, as you did not do it for one of the least of these, you have not done it to me." And these will go away into eternal punishment, but the righteous into eternal life. Okay, so yeah, that's a thing. I'm not good at doing those ones. I try, but I fail all the time. But I try. It's weird. Jesus is very harsh in this. And I think he deserves to be harsh because that is what is expected. But on the flip side, he's being harsh because that is the pinnacle. That is what we must do. If we want to get in heaven by our own merit, that is what we must do. But the fact of the matter is, we'll never achieve that. And that's why the grace of God is so freaking awesome. So it's hard, but you need to hear it because that's what it means to be a good person. You need to do all these things. If you're not being a good person. And I think more people need to realize that and understand that. It's not just being kind of a decent, nice, overall abiding citizen. Maybe I might donate to charity once in a while. It's those who go out and do meal prep and stuff and like give out food to the homeless or give clothes to the homeless. You donate lots of the things they have. Like, it's the people who go above and beyond what even society now dictates is acceptable behavior. It's the reason even a wealthy man, it is harder for I to go through a camel to fit through the eye of a needle than a wealthy man get into heaven. And I think there's no greater truth than what displayed today. Like, there are men out there who have billions of dollars, and I don't think a single one of them will be going to heaven. Because you know why? If they were going to heaven, they wouldn't have billions of dollars. It's as simple as that. Like, there was once a thing, like, why is there no good billionaires? And it was literally, I went to a video and said, why is there no good billionaires? And it was basically like, because the moment you have that much money, you are and you choose not to get rid of it and give it to social, use it not to do social good in the world and like fund public health care and things like this. And the moment you're not actively using your wealth to help others, you are being a horrible person, because like you don't need that much money. You will never need that much money, and we don't know the exact number, but it's very easy to go. $1 billion is well past that threshold of like, if you've got that much money, you are actively harming everyone else, because no one needs that much amount of money and you're not doing good with it. It's kind of funny because some people, like, they all say like, oh, we're giving away so much money, and it's like, it doesn't matter that you're giving so much of a percentage of how much. You need to be giving all of it away. Well, not like necessarily all of it, but like, you don't need anywhere near $1 billion. Like, you could probably give away to near $1 million, and like, actually, you could probably keep around 10 million and it'll be fine, and that's still a hell of a lot of money. Like, and that's still like 900, like $1 billion. For $1 million, it's like $999 million. Well, $990 million. That'd be still that much. Like, that's like that. You'd be giving away that much. Like that. Like, see the big difference? Like, probably not even 10 million though. Let's be honest. And also, I don't think it's quite that. But they're not. They're really not. Anyway, let's finish it. The final judgment. When the Son of Man comes in his glory and all the angels with him, then he will sit on his glorious throne. Before him will be gathered all the nations, and he will separate people one. Oh, no. This is, that was actually the end. That was the final judgment, by King Things. Didn't even notice, onto the next thing. But yeah, basically it's like, you need to be doing social good. You need to be putting good into the world. You need to be giving out money. Like, the idea that you even accumulate that much money is ridiculous in the eyes of God. So yeah, you need to be doing as much as you can. And like, for some people, that's not much. But for others, you can do a lot more than you think. So yeah, just keep trying, keep giving, keep living, keep loving. The world is not perfect, but if we all work together, maybe we can fix it. I know the world's not perfect, but if we can work together, we can fix it. If we can... The thing is, a lot of those people won't ever hear this message. But you'll hear the message and you'll understand what they're doing is wrong. Maybe then we can actually start fixing it by rebelling, by going against society's standards for what humanity is, and actually being decent people. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't trust humanity to do the right thing, but maybe, just maybe, we can work together to start changing that. I see glimpses, but I don't see enough. So yeah, anyway, hopefully this will stop the whole... Yeah, so that should be the end of Revelations and Judgment and End Times. And moving on to Easter story, I'm pretty sure. Getting close to that. Anyway, bye!